I'm back. Hey guys, so first things first, I'm gonna apologize again, like I normally do when making a video. It's been a while. I apologize. I'm sorry. I've been on vacation for the past 2 weeks, which has been just beyond freaking amazing, and it's been so incredibly nice to just be away from work and away from school and just have some time to relax. So I've just been like distancing myself from YouTube more so than usual, which at the end of the day is something that I apologize for, but yeah. I am back, so hello. During my vacation time so far, I have aged up. Yes, I had my birthday on July 30th, and I am now the ripe old age of 27! But yes, I did turn 27, and I just wanted to quickly say thank you guys so much for everyone who sent me birthday wishes and birthday thoughts. I really do appreciate all the love, and it made my birthday that much more enjoyable, so thank you for that. And then other than that, I've just been indulging in manga reading and guitar playing and doing more photo edits, which I have been posting on my Instagram, shameless self-promotion. I will be linking it down in the description below. I've also been posting on my TikTok, which I believe is linked down in the description. If it's not, I'll link it when this video goes live. But yes, Instagram and TikTok is where I've been posting a lot more content recently. I'm gonna try and get back on the YouTube side of things. I know that I constantly say that, and I'm so bad for it. Like, I'm so bad for it. But I finally have that like drive and spark and creative flow going, so I'm gonna see what happens, and here's to hoping that I don't have to start any more videos with an apology, because I've been doing that a lot lately. But anyways, with all that out of the way, today's video is actually a movie review, and I haven't done a movie review in God knows how long. But when a movie literally makes me cry in theaters, which doesn't usually happen, especially when it comes to thrillers, I need to talk about it. So a quick bit of background: when it comes to thrillers and horror movies, I don't usually get emotionally affected by them, or psychologically affected by them, actually, now that I think about it. I sit there and I poke fun at horror movies because a lot of the time they're cliche. The moves of the horror movie characters are predictable, and sometimes I just sit there going, what the actual are you doing? Why would you do that? So that's me in a nutshell engaging with horror movies. With thrillers, kind of the same thing most of the time. This was a different story. This movie by M. Night Shyamalan, it's called Old. It actually managed to psychologically f me up. Like, I came home from Vancouver because I went on a day trip with my friend Danny, and I came home and I described the movie to my mom and like what happened, and I was still losing my mind. Like, I was still crying, I was still noticeably upset. Like, it creeped me the hell out. Still creeps me the hell out. Like, just, gives me a bad feeling. But we're gonna talk about it anyways, so, yep. Before we continue on with the video though, I am gonna pop a quick spoiler warning in right here, right now, before I forget, because obviously when I'm talking about the plot, I'm obviously gonna be talking about spoilers as well that pertain to the plot. So if you want to watch this film and you don't want to get spoiled, click off this video now and go watch the film when you have the time to do so, and then come back if you want to hear my opinion. But if you have seen the film and you do want to hear my opinion and hear my review, then stick around and we'll continue on. So Old is actually based off of a graphic novel called Sandcastle. Now, I'm not going to talk about the differences between the two. I'm not going to compare them. I'm actually going to look at Old as a standalone film and just focus on that. I've been made aware that the graphic novel Sandcastle and the movie have some common themes and common things, aspects, but I'm not going to compare the two in this video. I'm just going to talk about the movie, so yes. But I am aware that the source material, the inspiration for this film was the graphic novel Sandcastle. I am aware of that before we continue. So the movie focuses on this group of individuals who end up at this secluded beach area at the suggestion of this resort coordinator, because they all went to this resort for a vacation. And so within this group we have two families, one family with a mother, a father, and their two children, a son and a daughter. And then we have the other family with the father, the mother, the daughter, and the father's mother and her dog. And then there's a married couple, and then there's also like a famous rapper and his female partner. So all of these individuals come together at this secluded beach area after it's been, you know, hyped up and recommended to them by the head coordinator of their resort. And he basically is like, yeah, I don't tell a lot of people about this beach, but, you know, I only pick special groups or special families. Like, I like you guys a lot, so I'm gonna tell you about this, like, you know, extra special beach. And so they all end up there, and shit goes sideways. It's later revealed that 30 minutes of time on the beach is actually equivalent to a year's worth of time. So every 30 minutes, a year's worth of time is going by for this group. And the most noticeable difference is obviously in that of the children. The children are aging at an alarming rate as time progresses by, and they're just growing so fast. And it literally got to a point where the young daughter of the second family, she got pregnant and had a baby. What the hell? This girl, who has the mentality of a 6-year-old, is now in her teenage years, physically, pregnant, having a baby. Because time is moving so quickly on this freaking beach. So this girl has the baby. And the baby... the baby dies immediately because of the time and how quickly it's moving by. And it just, like, I lost my shit. I can't even fathom a 6-year-old girl, well, a girl with the mentality of a 6-year-old, being in a teenage body so suddenly, and then having to deal with pregnancy and the death of her infant. Like, it's psychologically screwed up. Like, what the f***? Now, they try to get off the beach, like, multiple times. They try leaving through the way they came, which literally they had to walk through this, like, tunnel through a rock wall. Now, getting onto the beach, that was easy. That went perfectly fine. No hitches, no problems, no nothing. When leaving the beach, however, when they try to go through the same tunnel, they literally black out. Like, they can't leave the beach through the way they came because they black out. Like, yeah, they can't go that way. So they try to swim. Doesn't work. A couple of people try to go swimming. They end up dead. Yeah, they end up dead. Oh my god, this movie. It's also made clear that within each family or within each couple, one of them or more of them has an underlying medical condition. So one of the families, the mother has a tumor, a benign tumor. And basically because of the time progression on this beach, the tumor grows so quickly that it makes her pass out, and it's the size of a goddamn grapefruit. It's just so fast. And not only that, but because the time is so fast on this beach, they try to remove the tumor, and they literally, like, slice her to try and get the tumor out, and she just automatically just, like, heals. Automatically. So how the hell are they supposed to get the tumor out? Well, they have to spread her incision and then get the tumor out. So watching that, I was like, no thank you, because, like, yeah, no thanks. But yeah, each member of each family or couple, what have you, again, underlying medical condition. So the famous rapper had some sort of blood clotting disease, if I remember correctly. The couple, his wife had epilepsy, and I didn't know this one actually until the very end of the film, but the husband in the second family was schizophrenic, and literally I just thought that he was going batshit crazy throughout the film, because he started, like, speaking very erratically and very just, like, randomly about friggin' movies and shit, and I was really confused and I didn't know what it was that he had. but I found out at the end of the film that he was schizophrenic. Oh yeah, and his wife actually had a calcium deficiency too. So her bones very, very frail, very weak. And she was super nervous and afraid because she didn't have any sort of, you know, calcium source. So she deteriorated quickly. And the most messed up part about her death was the fact that she broke her arms and legs and they healed in the wrong position, man. Accelerated healing failed her hard, and they healed in the wrong position, and she died that way. And it was messed up. It was really messed up. So now getting into the reason why I cried. I've already talked about how the pregnancy scene and that whole thing messed me up. Like psychologically, it just screwed me up. However, why I cried was near the end. There's a scene where the first family, the mom and the dad are sitting there, and the dad is losing his sight as he ages, and the mom is losing her hearing in one of her ears. And they're now grown children who are basically in their like mid-40s at this point, I think. They're like looking after their parents. They're now elderly parents. You know, making sure they're staying hydrated, making sure that they're warm enough. And the dad leans in to the mom and basically says, "Were we fighting about something?" Because originally that family had been to the resort because it was going to be their final trip before the mom and dad split up, because the mom was seeing somebody else and the dad eventually found out, and it was, you know, it was a crappy situation. But they're sitting there and he asks, "So were we fighting about something?" And she basically goes, "I don't know." And he says something to the effect of, "Well, I don't really care anymore. Like, I don't care anymore." And they put it all to rest. And they're sitting there. I'm gonna start crying again. Why? This is messed up. People are gonna comment on this video and be like, "Paige, you're a big crybaby." The reason why I cried was because this makes me think of my own mom and dad. And it sucks because my mom was robbed of time with my dad because my dad passed away from lung and brain cancer back in 2018. And it just sucks because, like, you know, they didn't get to grow old together, and I think it was just a reminder of what could have been. Like, you know, it could have been me with them sitting there taking care of my mom and dad, and I think that's why it hit so emotionally for me. But anyways, I'm just gonna calm down for a sec. So they basically put it all to rest, and then literally the dad falls to the sand and dies, and then seconds later the mom falls to the sand and dies, leaving their now adult children behind. And this scene just broke me, man. Like, it just, like I said before, like, you just saw me freaking losing my mind a second ago. This scene just broke me, and it just reminded me how valuable time is and how precious time is, and how we shouldn't be wasting a single minute of it, a single second of it, and to just live your life to the fullest, because you never know how much time you have left. So I think that's why it hit so hard for me. But it was just, I was sitting in the theater just like bawling my eyes out, and just, I wasn't expecting it, but it hit hard, really hard. So the now full-grown children of this first family, they actually end up making it off the beach. At first, we think they drowned because they had to swim through this like coral tunnel almost underwater, and basically the coral acts as a barrier against the effects of the beach, and so they have to swim through this coral, and they're being monitored the entire time throughout this whole freaking like ordeal. This group of people is being monitored, and we find out later on that it's this like weird ass freaking testing group. They're testing medicine on people with certain medical conditions, and they're using the beach because of the time progression, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, dude, you think that you're putting a medical miracle out there, and that's great. That's so freaking great that you're working hard to put a medical miracle out there. However, you're doing it at the expense of lives lost that you could have saved. Like, what the f***? I was sitting there when it was, like, exposed, like, this whole operation, and I'm just like, what the actual hell? I had to take a minute because I was like, why? Why? You're robbing people of their lives. Like, do you not feel any sort of guilt? Really? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a freaking thriller, so I bet you anything these people don't give a single shit. But still, like, So yeah, in the end, the grown-up children who went through the coral, they end up surviving, and they actually end up exposing the entire operation. And I remember a scene at the end of the film where they're being taken to the airport, and they have a cop with them, and the cop is like, oh, you're gonna go and like live with your aunt or stay with your aunt, like how's she taking everything? And the boy, who's now again in his like early 50s, says to the cop, he goes, how would you feel if a 50-year-old man called you saying he was your 6-year-old nephew? And that just, like, I felt so bad for those children, because technically their mentality, they still have the mentality of, for the son, 6 years old, and for the daughter, 11 years old, they're gonna have to learn everything about being adults. Like, it's just, it's so psychologically screwed. But that's an M. Night Shyamalan movie for you. Like, damn, he came back with a vengeance. So, with that being said, those were my thoughts on the movie Old. Yes, I cried. Yes, I was psychologically disturbed. M. Night, you friggin' killed me. Thanks a lot for that. Yeah. People in the comments might say, oh, you're overreacting, but you know what? Everybody reacts differently to films. I wasn't expecting myself to react the way I did, and here we are, so that's what you get. I enjoyed the film. Would I watch it again? No, because I haven't been moved by a thriller or a horror film like that since I was 9 or 10 years old, when Lake Placid scared the hell out of me. Yes, I admit that. When I was 9 or 10, I watched Lake Placid, and it scared the hell out of me. Haven't seen that movie since then, and I'm 27 years old now. Probably won't scare me now, but it's been on my list ever since it scared the hell out of me. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm really sorry I turned into a bit of a rant, ramble, self-discussion, word vomit kind of video, I guess is the best way to say it. But these are my thoughts on the film on a video for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed them regardless of me getting ranty and emotional and crying on camera, because that's how much this movie freaking moved me. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and also comment down below if you've seen the movie Old. Did you like it or did you not? Please try to keep the comments spoiler free, because I obviously want to allow those who haven't seen the film to go and see it without being spoiled. So if you could please leave the comments as spoiler free as possible, it'd be much appreciated. But yeah, let me know if you've seen it down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the little bell icon down below so you're not missing notifications for when I do upload videos to this channel. Keep being awesome, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it is not as emotionally draining as this one was. Bye, guys.